Greetings, Afterlifers, and welcome to a first impressions look into the Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. It's releasing next week. We won't be able to, we're not going to play it next week, we're going to play it the week after. We went through the Fatal Frame PlayStation 2 trilogy, and once we, finish this Crimson Butterfly Remake, then we'll continue with the other Fatal Frame games at a later time in the year. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see here. Get the basic settings. Okay. Movie planes, auto crouch. Okay, cool. So everything seems to be okay. Um, this was actually hilarious to see that there's a maximum frame rate of like 30 FPS or 60 FPS. That's actually kind of hilarious to see. So, as you kind of saw there in the glimpse of the difficulty, actually, let's kind of go back because let's kind of go back here for a second. Let's kind of go back here for a second. As you'll see here, and as you saw there, you can transfer for your save from the demo to the full game. We're not going to do that. We're going to play it as if we never touched the demo before when we play the remake. Not this upcoming not this upcoming Monday, but the following Monday. As you see here, you have three different difficulties. You have story mode, normal mode, and battle mode, and each one has their own little caveat. If you play story mode, you can get through the story with minimum risk, but the reward output, the photo points, the points that you use to upgrade your camera obscura and camera obscura abilities and powers that the camera can use is minimum. But if you play normal, you get like this 50-50. You get the challenge, but you get also like fairer point, more points than just story mode. And then battle mode is straight up danger, but hey, the points are there. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool to see. So without further ado, let's get into this game proper.
Mayu, didn't we always promise each other that we would be together forever? Mayu?
I noticed that already they still kept the original shots. They just modified the character models and a bunch of other things, visuals and sound. This game is incredibly beautiful already, man.
We used to play here all the time. Yeah.
But we're not gonna see the intro. If you play the original game, you already kind of know. You already kind of know what happens to Mayu and Mio. But basically, like with every survival horror game, the protagonists or antagonists get thrown into a survival horror situation. Um, we'll definitely play out the cutscenes on full release, obviously. But for now, let's get into the gameplay. The visuals are incredibly stunning right off the bat. Um, yeah, no, this is already looking to be very great so far. The one thing that we really need to look at is the combat and how much the combat is in the remake. In the control schemes menu, you can play it on modern, or you can play on modern or classic, or even custom, which is cool to see, like that. And then you have your controller types, and then of course you have your difficulty that you could switch at. Um, at any time in the game, and of course you can turn off the vibrations, which we're gonna do here. Um, and that's really cool that they give you the option to like, hey, if you're not having luck getting points, I'll just turn up the difficulty and you can get points, which is really cool to see. So if you're worried, if you're like underscored and you're like, I don't want to, I want to go back, but I don't want to change, and I have to change the difficulty, then you know. I usually hate skipping cutscenes, but I Fatal Frame 2 is one of my favorite survival horror games, and I kind of still know, and I still, well,
Heard of
I kind of still remember the story,
a long time ago. There was a village here.
but you can already tell already the visuals and audio
And people who get lost in the
and
woods
the change in
are
gameplay.
called to the
In the
village.
first game, in the original version of this game, you were Mio, the, or not Mio, Mayu,
Mayu,
um,
together. This rock
follows
should
you,
bring you closer.
without the hand holding.
Should we
But
go?
here,
Should
it looks like there is hand holding, and rightfully so because they're sisters. That's the one thing I am kind of glad they really did it here, because it's like you're sisters.
guess we can't cross over there.
Why aren't you like being there for your sister? I mean, the family bond was there throughout the original, but I just really felt like they kind of didn't really hit home on like the bond between Miyu and Mayu, but here it looks like they're gonna uh kind of really course correct that and really give them more character. Okay. Oh, the first house. So this is the tutorial house. Basically, it has everything you need to know. Um,
What if
where the save is,
there's
that there's
someone else?
puzzles and hidden compartments. Okay.
Mayu.
Yeah, newspaper clippings to tell you about the lore. You can already tell too, like they really did such a great job at recreating that shot of Mio and Mayu entering the tutorial house for the first time. Or the Osaka house. The first game takes place in a manor. This takes place in a village. The one thing I really want to see, and they probably, and unfortunately the demo only covers the intro. I really hope they really
Don't go too far.
made the traveling less of a hassle. That was the only problem I had. That's the only problem I had. Of course, this is the save point here. Which is really, it's cool to see that there's like a point exchange and outfit, but also the fact that you can heal, be healed at the butterfly lanterns, which is nice. That wasn't in the original. It was just a typical save point. Um,
Mayu.
the one thing I hope they do in the remake is make it more streamlined in terms of like traversing around the village, because there were moments where I was a little like annoyed that it was taking a bit just to get from one destination to another, almost kind of sort of. And I was like, bro, why are we taking
Whose is
long to
this?
get to this point? Like I get it
Someone else's.
that there needs to be a bit of a your typical survival horror. Like you need this item for this item to access that item, so you can use that item to do access. this item that's clear across the complex. But the one thing I did like what they try to do too is if you are, say, on chapter 3, wherever you are in the village, so say you're in the Osaka house, for example. Chapter 3 involves the Osaka house. If you're in another manor, I don't know, the manor of butterflies, for example, I don't know, then you are in the manor of butterflies, which is awesome. The game really does a very good job at keeping you, and not really you have to worry about um having to like oh my god, I have to like crisscross everywhere, and no, the game will let you know if you have to crisscross across the map, just to get to a location or whatever. Um,
Together.
you should be coming upon. You should be coming upon. There's even like a crouch here, which is interesting. In the first game, well, in the trilogy, I don't think I mean, there was crouching in the third game, and that was for character reasons, but it was only for one character, and it was completely useless after that. And it was like, okay, why do I have to crouch for here? Like, I don't understand that. Okay, so there's a door there with a key that we need to get through. Is there an item?
I wonder what this key is for. Yeah. Together. I feel like we're being watched by someone.
Okay, cool. Alright, here we go. I believe this was the tutorial room where we first get the camera.
A bit cold.
Oh. Okay, we're gonna skim over the tutorial for how to use the camera obscura, but basically, if you use mono controls, it's L2, and then press R2 to shoot. Be aware that over the course of the game, you'll get abilities and upgrades to make the camera do things like push a ghost back, freeze a ghost in place, um, do triple, quadruple kills. Those are called shutter chances and fatal frame chances, and then you have different variety of film. Uh, Type 7 is basically your basic bitch uh, film. That's basically your starter ammo. Your starter ammo is infinite here. Um, but then you'll get like type 16, type 32, I believe, and then it goes up all the way to type 0, which is basically the most powerful of film cartridges. You cannot refill these. These are found throughout the game, and you have to really save, conserve, and so on and so forth. Um,
Cut it out.
just you taking a picture. And you can already tell already that in the original game, um, moving the camera obscura was very slow and sluggish, but here there's a lot of mobility and movement. And it was also like you can see on the left and right side panels of the camera that you can kind of see what's to your left and to your right. So there's wiggle room, and of course in the bottom left hand corner, that's where your ability you would use to stun lock a ghost, to push back a ghost, and of course you have your willpower and health. So without further ado, let's. Oh no. Oh, what the? As you can see too, the ghost moves just as fast as the camera, and also the game also lets you know how much damage the ghost can take upon each hit, which is really nice to see. You can see like the health bar, rise and fall on top of below the little flashing red light, to show you that, hey, this is how much damage the ghost can take if you let it truly like lock in. I also do like it though. I will say I do like the idea that the camera has to charge still, which is good. Because I think there was no charge. I mean, there was there was no like ammo charge. So once you use it, there was like no wait period. It was like, the only wait period you have to do was size up the 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 five little dots you see, and then the crosshairs of the camera obscura. There is
Are you okay?
besides the hostile ghosts, there are specters. So there's specters and wraiths in this game. So the wraiths are the hostile ghosts, but the specters are ghosts that are just there roaming around, and those are extra photo points that you absolutely must try to get to, because the extra points will really go a long way. Now we don't know how much the point system is on story mode, just because we're barely starting out here. And we're not gonna get too far into the game. Not until we, do this on stream. But so far, this demo has been absolutely been amazing. They did a fantastic job with it.
It won't open.
And of course, that's the ghost right there. Now, there is no, and I don't know if this is in the full game or not, because I don't see it here. But in the original Fatal Frame games, the PlayStation 2 ones anyway, there was this little like little light thing on the bottom right hand corner that lets you know when there is a specter or a wraith in the area. If it's a wraith, it's red. If it's a specter, it's blue. I guess they removed that because they're trying to make it less obvious that there's a ghost nearby of whatever kind it is, specter or wraith. And be wary that the notes are important. The notes are absolutely 100% important, because they will tell you how to unlock a puzzle, or oh, see, I don't know if I got it or not. How to get through a puzzle, or just lore in general. Stone mirrors are basically an item that you can only have one in your inventory, and if you go down, you get resurrected with the stone mirror. Sort of like how you would see it in a Soulsborne game with the specific items that lets you die once and then get resurrected without the loss of souls. Okay, and then of course we get to see her, see the girlfriend again. Oh, what the? Okay, so you still get. Okay, no. I got it. Yeah, so yeah. Out of the way, out of the way. Okay. No more willpower. The willpower mechanic was introduced in the third game, but basically, in the original, you just needed a charge, basically. But here, they want you to have some sort of like catch to using these special abilities. I didn't quite get her. Bye. I wasted a lot of shots there, but we got her.
Crimson butterfly.
They've really done a great job with the combat, and this time, like, they really made the camera obscura feel useful, rather than you're just, oh yeah, let's just have Mio hold a gun, but then replace the gun texture with a camera texture, with camera textures. Um, it's also nice to like visually kind of see uh the POVs of the ghosts that you'll encounter throughout the game, because in the trilogy, man, like I get it was back then, so like the visuals are for what it was, but it was like you couldn't really see what was going on, and there were sometimes that it was just a bit too disorienting or cheesy at times. And so here, it it feels like they finally got to that proper survival horror element. I mean, it was still scary. The trilogy and Fatal Frame 2 remake, and Fatal Frame 2 original was still terrifying to play through. But there were some issues during the experience where it's like, okay, it's scary at times and then it's comedic at times, you know. So yeah, can't wait to get my hands on the remake. Um, and yeah, we're gonna end the first impressions here of Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly. And all I have to say is, if you are a fan of Fatal Frame, I believe they did it very well. They did it right. They did it well. Can't wait to see where things go when the remake drops this upcoming week. So, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.